Hope you guys are having a great weekend, and hope as everybody's blessed. Whoever's fortunate enough to able to watch this. So let me get quick to what I was gonna say. I don't know what the heck. There's all these new settings on my phone. Like, what is this for? At least 1 minute for video is needed to start a highlight. Nope. Okay, what is this? Sorry guys, I apologize. It's just there's all these new settings. But anyways, what is this? Share. Okay, I already did the share. But anyways, God bless you guys. My name is Anthony here on the walking journey. I apologize. I haven't recently been active on my channel. I'm still going to like kind of like things in my own personal life. Lately, I'm just focusing on reading the Bible and praying, going to work and resting. I've been physically drained. I'm a food service truck driver. Not only do I drive, but I have to unload on average between 34,000 and 40,000 pounds a night. So I apologize to my viewers. Just be patient with me. If you want to follow me, please make sure you subscribe. You can follow me on Rumble, Bitchute, and Brighton. Links are below. Please follow me over there. Those are my backup channels. And oh, I have a laptop, so I was talking to my friend Mike Martins a while back. I don't know what's going on with him, but he was telling me if I want to do thumbnails, I gotta use a computer because I'm thinking of opening up a page on Facebook. I'm thinking about it, but anyways, I barely have time for here. So and then remembering all these different passwords. Buzzy181. Hey there, Anthony. Look, guys, I am not a medical professional. I'm not a doctor, but in the last, I want to say the last 5 years since we had that pandemic, which let's just keep it there for right now. I've been doing a lot of experimenting with my own body. Not only that, but I've been experiencing lately a lot of outbreaks and facing a lot of diseases, even in my kids. Well, the kids, they get the sicknesses they get growing up, but something that I have learned that the flu, the common cold is all a scam, right? If you start paying attention, you're gonna think, well, you're being a conspiracy theorist. No, I'm just being open-minded and I'm doing what benefits me and my family. I don't want to die early or be does it decap what's called these capitated. I don't want to be confined to a wheelchair. I don't want to hang up with high blood pressure like originally I was getting for no odd reason. Um, and everybody seems to be suffering from the same thing: common cold, fever. What is this? Oh, never mind. Fever. What is the other ones? High blood pressure, diabetes, obesity, um, psychological issues. Everybody's having the same chronic problems because we all live in the same country. We're all drinking from the same water sources, the same food. Oh no, sir. Well, I eat organic. Oh, I'm vegan. I'm vegetarian. I'm carnivore. What is the other one? Well, anyways, all these things that you hear about people doing. They got everybody on some kind of everybody doing something. But anyways, I've been experimenting on my own body and I've been a victim. Yes, you're a victim. I'm a victim. I'm not using victim mentality, but I like answers. I don't like censorship. I don't like to think like everybody else. I just want to do what benefits me and my family. All right? I like to investigate, I like to learn. So what's been going on recently is my daughter for the last, I want to say year and a half. It's been actually a year and a half now. Might have been longer. I have to ask my wife more in detail. But since she's more involved in my kids' uh, situations with school, um, all their medical needs. You know what I mean? The health insurance. So she knows more in depth and details. I wish she was awake like me, so we could talk about it together. But My daughter's been having this situation where she's been getting like a chronic itch. It started with a chronic itch, spots on her skin, and I've been really worried about it. So I didn't think much about it until like she started getting these bruises, and sometimes they start like pimples, and then they get really itchy, and suddenly they burst on their own, and it gets bloody. And it was spreading all over her body, and I was just worried. I told my wife, "Have you taken to the dermatologist just to get what is it? At first to get a anyways, at first to get a appointment was very difficult, man. She had to get a referral. Okay, go making the story short. Recently, my daughter went to the doctor because it got really bad, and it was always the same thing: cream, antibiotic, steroid, and oh, you can't use. You have to use this type of soap. And then recently, my wife had to go back again, and this time the doctor said, "Oh, there's no cure for that." BS. I found the cure. I can't talk too much about it on here. I can't mention the medicine or how to treat it because I don't want to get sued. Like I said, I'm not a doctor. Consult your doctor, but I'm telling you, they don't cure nothing. And if you want to know, if you got eczema, that's what they call it. That's what they call. That's what they have labeled it. That is the pronoun for the medical problem. The medical problem, okay? They only treat it. They're going to tell you there's no cure for it. So then, after they give you the antibiotic, the cream, the steroid, and they tell you to change the shampoo, it's going to come back 4 to 6 months later and it's going to come back worse. And it suddenly just comes out like this out of the blue. And I suspect, because like about, I want to say about almost a year ago, one day I woke up and I had a real bad itch. Started in this arm. I remember it started in this arm. Like I said, they just label things so that when somebody else walks in, it's like, let me explain to you. I'll give you a good example, okay? Uh, this is the key for my tractor trailer at work, right? This is my car key, right? These are my keys for different locks at work for the trailer. This is the one for my dolly, my hand cart, my hand truck, right? Okay, so let's say that multiple people use these keys, and let's say there's more keys, right? I don't have more keys on me, but right, you you want to make your life easier. So what you do is, well, see, this is a different key for another tractor trailer. You see that? My car keys. I mean, my house key. They're all on here, right? So what you do is, when you have way too many keys and you got employees, you organize them. Suddenly, I'll put a label: car keys, Honda. Let's say I drive the Toyota Sequoia, so I'm gonna put Toyota Sequoia. But let's say you have many Sequoias, so you put license plate numbers, and you let's say you put truck Sequoia number one, Sequoia number two, Honda Civic. So then you put them organized on a rack, right? And you got the keys organized, whatever order you want them in. So then, when the next sucker comes in, which is you, me, all of us, right? You already know this is a Freightliner key, right? Oh, this guy suffers from Freightliner disease. Oh, we're going to give him this medicine versus just saying the guy is sick and he comes in. No, they got to label you as something. You've become a pronoun. You've became a statistics. You've became something. That's what they call it, diagnose. They have to diagnose you. Like when you take a car in to get it fixed, you have to get it a diagnosis. Right? They hook up a computer. Well, they do the same thing to you. But what they've made is so easy. They already got names for everything. In this eczema, who knows who decided what eczema is, right? Or you got Freightliner disease. Doesn't matter. You get what I'm saying? I hope you guys get what I'm saying. So my daughter, to get money out of the insurance, you know what I mean? Go every 4 months. My daughter's become a life um customer. And I told my wife last time after they got rid of it, well, they didn't get rid of it. They treated it. They put it what they call remission. Oh, that's the word that I like. They put it in remission. They never tell you you're cured. They put it in remission. I don't know if you guys heard that word. Doesn't matter if it's diabetes, AIDS, STD. Oh, they'll say it's hiding in your spinal cord or it's hiding somewhere. Is in remission. So I told my wife, and my wife was being naive, didn't believe me. I've been telling my wife, look, all the stuff that I've been reversing in my body, and I've been dealing with so many health issues, which I'll get into more details as I keep going on with the live stream. I don't care. I'll tell you what problems I've had with my body. A lot of you are having the same problems anyways. So it's nothing embarrassing. It's not like I come up with something new. But anyways, I guess nobody else is watching. But hey, hit the like button, please, and make sure you share this with someone, please. I like to help people. Originally, I started my YouTube channels to help people, to give them information. You don't have to live this way. You don't have to struggle. Think outside the box. Guys, I'm gonna tell you the biggest advice I could give you. Even if they terminate this channel and like any other channel, I've had so many channels terminated, but guys, help yourself. Think outside the box. Man, give it a benefit of the doubt. I'm not saying drink acid or anything. No, I'm not saying stick a nail in your forehead. No, man, just give it a try. Don't be like, oh, I can't do that. No, man, it doesn't hurt to try. I like to listen to people, man. It doesn't matter if they sound stupid or not. Give them the benefit of the doubt. If you don't have common sense, do some research at least. But anyways, so my daughter went back in there and it's the same thing. He just suddenly came back. I told my wife, man, you don't listen to me. I told you, see, you didn't believe me. It's like you have that doubt. You still you listen to the devil. And look, it just came back like seriously, like just yesterday, her arm was all clear. And the next day, they started coming out like pimples. Right the next day, perfectly timed to take her back to the doctor to give her another doses of steroids and cream. And what did the no, that's how for the cream. The pharmacy was ready to roll. What? My wife called to make an appointment. They immediately had the creams. How much are those creams if you didn't have the insurance or you had to pay out of pocket? I was telling my wife, like the antibiotic, they're like $900, $300. They're expensive. It's a huge business. But anyways, going back to what I was telling you. So I go, look, and my daughter's already, she's already a preteen teenager. She's very intelligent. She's one of the top she was classified as like a gifted student, so she gets like special perks at school because she has top grades. Like I'm proud that I'm glad the Lord has given me a daughter like that, and my other son is starting to show the same level of intelligence. I'm grateful for my kids for that. The Lord has blessed me because I'm the opposite. I was the opposite in school. So my daughter, her intelligence and common sense kicked in and said, I'm gonna give it a try. I'm tired of this. I told my wife, it's easy for you to tell my daughter, like when I had the problem with the arms too, don't scratch yourself. If it was you would try it, but it's not you. You want to go straight to the doctor, and I told you already. They don't cure nothing here. They want you to go back and they keep you as a slave and they have you suffering. They don't care if you die. So I gave her the treatment. I'm gonna tell you part of it though, but I can't tell you the rest. Email me below. I'm not gonna ask you for money. I'm not gonna tell you no product. I'm not gonna send you to no links below. None of that. You could go and get it yourself. You go get it yourself. So I told her, because look, I told her last time, look, right now that it went away, it quieted down after the antibiotics and everything cleared, and everything looked normal again. I told her, look, do this treatment for 7 days. She didn't listen to me like for 2, 3 days. Cause 2 days I was off from work, but then the rest is like, so it's like unbelievable, man. If I can explain to you why she's like that, it's just because of her culture. Her culture is like that, where she's from. Like they only believe their own people. That's it. That's just the way they are. And some people are like that. Believe it or not, that's her culture. I've been telling her we've been married for so many years, and you can't get that out of you. But then this time, my daughter stepped in. Yep, thank you, Buzzy18. The doctor told my wife in her face, "Oh, there's no cure for that." BS, there is a cure for eczema. There is a cure. I have it at home. I don't know how much I have to emphasize this. Anyone could do it. If I could do it, you could do it. But part of the treatment is you're gonna have to get some yogurt, real yogurt. Comes in a bottle like this. And you have to read the ingredients. If it says just yogurt or milk, say milk, yogurt, and it's gonna name you all the bacteria in there. You gotta eat, but there's a liquid on top of it when you open the yogurt. Do not throw that out, because do not pour it out, because I made that mistake for the first time. The next day it smelled horrible. It rot immediately the next day. No, you gotta mix it all together, and you can eat it with either fruit or put it like on your in your tacos or in your food on your beans. Just pour some salt on it. It'll taste just like sour cream. So you gotta eat that, and you gotta take some probiotics, some really strong probiotics, and stay away from processed food like McDonald's and Taco Bell. They'll kill the probiotics in your body, but that's to strengthen your immune system. That's not the cure. Most of you have a messed up immune system and don't even realize it. But if you want to know the cure, you have to email me and I'll email you back. Or if you don't want to email me, go to my Rumble channel and leave a comment. Matter of fact, I'll make a video on Rumble because I don't have to worry about Rumble over there at Rumble. But I'm gonna make a video over there. I just can't name that medicine because that happened to me on my old YouTube channel, and they deleted the video and said that I was going against the World Economic Forum. I was going against Satan, in other words. So there's a cure for eczema. I got rid also with that same medicine. Whenever the common cold rolls by, I just take it and it's gone either by the evening or the next day. Um, I took it for another. I took it for COVID, and it knocked COVID out in 15 minutes, 30 minutes. And usually you have to take a nap with it though, and that makes it go away even faster. I've taken it for ear infections, same thing. It practically almost cures everything, to be honest with you. I had kidney pains. I know my old followers know what I'm talking about. I took it, like I said, for COVID, which it was an unrelated issue. I used to treat my kidney pains with water and baking soda and fasting, but it would always still come back like months later. Cranberry juice does not work. It knocks the pain out at the moment. The real cranberry juice is very expensive, and it comes in a glass bottle, not that what is that called? What is that cranberry brand that people Ocean Wave? That's trash. That's not even cranberry. That's just like watered down, um, watered down sugar with pineapple juice and all that. The real cranberry juice is disgusting, but it's very fattening though. Yeah, it knocks the pain out and it makes your stomach burn. No, that's not even a cure. That's a treatment. So the cranberry people are making money. The doctor, eventually, you're just gonna hang up. In why you think you see them popping up everywhere now? The what do you call these people? Those people they clean your blood. I can't remember the name of those places right now. I'm so tired. I just see them popping up everywhere. It's so sad where they clean your blood and what is these places called? I'm trying to think the name of these places. Buzzy181 says, please look it up, Anthony. Anthony, there's no money in the cure. There's only money in the medicine. I already know about that. But tell that to everybody else. It doesn't seem to people have so much faith It's like people are brainwashed since they're little kids. Oh, what is it? Love your teachers, listen to your teachers, love the police officers, trust the politicians, and make sure you buy everything from Walmart and Amazon. That's like what they tell people. Oh, and doctors, oh, the nurses. What they call them, first responders, capes with, was it heroes without capes? Man, I'm not bashing the actual human. It's the people behind them, the people in the government, the people in the system. But I'm just telling you right now, um, dialysis. Yeah, that's what they're called, dialysis. They're popping up everywhere. When all you can do is drink some water with baking soda, it knocks out the pain. But see, they don't tell that to the people. Oh, drink, drink cranberry juice, and it's just like you're just like covering the symptoms with that. You go to the doctor, he doesn't give you no help. And then they tell you your kidneys are no good. Go to dialysis, put you on a waiting list for a kidney transplant. You'll never get it because the politicians get it first. And maybe some sick child might get it, or somebody with a lot of money is going to get it first. And then you just hang up dying. There's a lot of people that are dying of dialysis. And I heard it's brutal. It's very brutal. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, so I took the medicine for an unrelated issue. Suddenly I noticed my kidney pain was gone forever. It never came back. Even if it does want to come back, urinary tract infection, take the medicine again or some water with but they don't tell you about the water with baking soda. That knocks it out clean and there's no side effects. But there's a lot of things you could do. Dry fasting. If you dry fast for minimum 3 days, no water, no food, I got rid of my prostate enlargement. It was getting worse. I remember it was painful. It was very painful. I have 4 friends that died of um, prostate cancer. The first is an enlargement. I went to the doctor asking for help. He wanted me to eat 5 times a day. That was his solution to it. And at the end of the day, he didn't even help me because he said I had high blood pressure. Then I spoke to a friend before he died, and he told me that's how it started. I had all the symptoms: high blood pressure, pain in my underneath my groin, or yeah, it's between my leg, between my anus or my butthole, and between my testicles. That area, it felt tightened. I remember I felt the tight, and then when I would ejaculate from having sex with my wife, it would hurt. Especially underneath, it would just get so painful. High blood pressure, not being able to lose weight. I couldn't lose weight. Years ago, I was super fat. That's all the same symptoms. And so I started fasting. Oh, most people say, "Oh, I can't starve." Nobody starves in America. Everybody's overweight. Nobody starves in America. If you want to die young and have high blood pressure and die, go ahead. Be close-minded. You know what I had to do? The first time I did it 5 days. No water, no food. Then you break your dry fast with water and baking soda. Water with baking soda for the prostate enlargement. Or you know what else the doctor did to first to my friend and to my uncle too? They removed their prostate and then they put them with a bag. And you gotta walk around for the rest of your life with the bag. And you see the poop going in the bag, including the piss. And you can't get an erection. Never again. Oh, what are the odds? You cannot get an erection. What are the odds? My friend Vanny passed away. He called me the days before he passed away to say goodbye to me. If I would have known this information, my friend today would have still been alive. And I remember I met him at Calvary Chapel, Downey, and my pastor in Pennsylvania. I was telling him that people are not friendly anymore. This is when people started being antisocial, and cell phones started appearing at first. And he told me, well, then I found out there was a men's youth meeting, so I went to the youth meeting. And I met him there, and he's practically been the last person I've been able to make friends with. I've tried here and there with people. People are just antisocial nowadays. But I mean, that's a whole different subject. But I really got out of my comfort zone. and I pursued him. I talked to him. I kind of like, you know, I made the effort to get close to him, and I lost him to that. And I was already the same way. The doctor didn't help me, and I actually found this information, and I did a 5 day dry fast. I noticed that after I recovered, like 3 days after the dry fast, I I felt a lot better underneath. Like I could even like, I don't know, if like a man, as a man, I could flex underneath. You know what I mean? But I still felt like it wasn't 100% gone. So I built up my strength for like a couple of weeks, and I did a 7 day dry fast. This time I did a 7 day dry fast. I went the whole 7 days. The going on to that eighth day, I was ready to pass out. I was starting to sweat cold, and that's when I broke the dry fast. I did the whole 7 days, and I haven't had no prostate enlargement, no pain. My sex drive went up. The blood pressure went away. I lost all the weight in those 7 days. And I'm gonna tell you something. I'm planning to take some time off of work, and I'm gonna do another 7 day dry fast. Cause I mean, little things are starting to creep again, like insulin resistance, like. And I don't eat a lot, guys. Honestly, I do OMADs most of the time. Every day, usually I do OMADs, 1 meal a day. Cause honestly, as you get older, you really don't need to eat a lot. Like a lot of people here, just like people are just like they don't realize it, but they're just eating too much. You could see it in the population, and they're putting sugar in everything. Everything has sugar. Most people in the civilized world don't eat 3 times a day like they do here. And most people don't eat 3 times a day here, honestly, because they're snacking all the time. So people are constantly eating all the time. You see it out here when you drive around. There's restaurants on every corner. Not only restaurants, now you're starting to see people sell food on the street. I've had people walk up to me and suddenly open up their jacket, or out of the nowhere they pop out a little, like a, like a, I don't know what you call that big old plate they use at the restaurant. Hey man, you want to buy some banana bread? This guy walked up to me. He busted out of like under his. You ever see? Remember back in the 80s? I don't know if you guys watched the movies from the 1980s, or you experienced it when you were young. Some guy walks up to you. He opens up his trench coat, and he has a bunch of watches on one side, and on one side he has a bunch of jewelry. Hey man, you want to buy a watch, Rolex, and he names it. And they're actually real. They're not fake. They're like, and then on one side he has jewelry. No, I seen people out here now. It's the opposite. You don't see that anymore. Hey man, he opens up his trench coat. Hey man, you want to buy some banana bread? Oh look man, right here man, I got some tacos. You want to buy some breakfast tacos? It's like there's food everywhere because like people are being programmed to eat. People are constantly eating, man. It's like that's not normal. Seriously, that is not normal behavior. You ever notice these migrants, these illegals that come from other countries, or some foreigner because he got a lottery visa? Be observant of them. They're very skinny. They have no pimples. They look strong, and you would think they're in their 20s, but when you talk to them, some of them are in their 50s. Some of them are in their 40s. They're very skinny, not because there's no food. It's just not normal. I remember when I went to Peru on the missionary trip. You know what they have for breakfast? Cup of coffee. And I noticed they only put sugar in it. Not only that, I noticed that in Mexico, I noticed that in Ecuador, and I noticed other places that I've been to. Just a cup of coffee, that's it. And maybe a little piece of bread, like French bread with butter on it. But little piece, that's it. And then about noon or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, they have soup and maybe some rice with some chicken or a sandwich. That's it. And that's it. That's it. They don't eat the rest of the day. That's it. They're done. They are done. But no, here is the opposite. Go to the donut store. Get yourself a donut and maybe a croissant sandwich, a ham and cheese. And then they got snacks in the cooler, potato chips. It doesn't even matter if it's beef jerky. It's just they're always eating something. It's not the point if you're eating healthy or not. It could be the opposite. Let's say they go to the vegetable store and get vegetables. It doesn't matter, guys. You're still eating. And then, oh, lunch. I gotta eat. I'm starving. How the heck you starving? Seriously. When you just went to the donut store, then you're snacking all the time all day, and then 12 o'clock lunchtime, you're starving. How in the world are you starving? People make fun of those people at lunch break because I used to work in a warehouse, so I know. Trust me, I already know. Don't tell me it doesn't happen. They criticize the guy that's just drinking coffee and a cigarette outside, but he doesn't eat. Oh, everybody just criticized. Oh man, John doesn't eat. Look at him. How's it possible? Cigarette and coffee. The guy's skinny. He's very active. He's probably the hardest worker, but they criticize him. And you're stuffing your face in the break room because supposedly you're starving. You're starving, right? I can see your bones, right? I could literally see your organs popping out of your skin, right? Because you're starving, right? But and it's not only that. Suddenly, between lunch and going home, oh, the boss brought a pizza to boost morale. Everybody's eating a pizza, the company pizza or hot dogs. Then they get home and dinner. And then after dinner, ice cream. It's like it's not normal, guys. Seriously, none of the behavior in this country is normal. Okay. Anyways, I see a comment. What's up, Dan? What's going on? So makes some sense. The fasting also shrinks it. Oh, it's gone. It's gone, man. This happened. I want to say it happened right in the middle of the fake demic we were having. The pandemic, that fake demic. It was bad. I was in pain. Blood pressure went through the roof. And I remember my friend told me that's how it started, Anthony. He told me 3 months later, he was gone. My friend Vanny, he lasted way longer. Gone. Gone. There's already too many people, and it's all men. Well, I don't know. Well, no, women can't get it. What am I saying? But the point is, oh, another one, women, breast cancer. It's almost the same thing. It's just one sexual organ to the other. Breast cancer. Same situation. I'm telling you guys, I had rather suffer for 7 days, no food, no water, because it's all here. In reality, it's all here. You got to tell yourself, I don't want to die like my friend. I don't want to live this way anymore. I don't want blood pressure, high blood pressure. I don't want to not be able to lose weight anymore. I don't want to be having to eat all the time, hungry all the time. Those people that experience, most people that experience hunger, they don't understand that most of it is just hormonal. You're that's practically a sign of diabetes. If you're constantly saying you're starving, that's a sign of diabetes. And most people don't tell you that. They'll say pre-diabetes, and then they sit there and check your sugar levels. All that is a scam. All that is a scam. And I'm telling you this for your own good. I try to tell people that I personally know, but I've learned not to share information with anyone because nobody believes you anyways. No, it's like nobody wants to better themselves. Who the heck wants to live with diabetes, honestly? Then look, I'm gonna tell you something, guys, that I learned from the high blood pressure medication they gave me that I only took for a couple of weeks. Screw that. I had rather live with the high blood pressure than the medicine, to be honest with you. Eating animal products increases IGF, which I want to be honest with you, Dan. All that sounds good and all that information, but even if the food wasn't processed, even if let's say the food was perfect, let's say the cows only ate grass, all right? Let's just say they were. Let's say your neighbor was a farmer and you saw with your own eyes that all the cows did was graze on the field. He didn't throw no chemicals, nothing. And you personally bought the meat from that person. If you're eating all the time, you can still get the prostate enlargement. I know what I'm telling you. I know what I'm telling you. Most people don't realize it's from overeating, it's from parasites. 99% of all the diseases and issues in people are parasites. There's parasites everywhere. You don't even realize it. When you touch mud with your hands, when you touch when you touch a receipt, you lay your hands on the shopping cart and then you wipe your nose. You do wash your hands, but there's parasites in everything. Even that cow that you buy from the food you would have bought from the farmer, if you hypothetically speaking, in an imaginary world, if your neighbor was a farmer and you know this, you bought it the meat from him, you even bought the vegetables. Even those meats have parasites in them. You need to do a parasite cleanse every so often. Most of the diseases are parasites. There's some that are microscopular. They're all parasites. If people, if they were to give the proper medicine to people to get rid of parasites, 99.99% of all the diseases would disappear in this country off the bat. And not only that, also, if people would fast and stop eating so much, people would be a lot healthier too. See, they don't tell you that. They got think everybody we turned into a consumer economy. From the minute you get your paycheck, it all goes to payments, and then they got people brainwashed to thinking happiness is owning things. They want you to own things. They don't want you to have assets. They don't want you to own land. That's what they said. Own nothing and be happy. They want you to be happy just renting movies, renting video games. They don't even want you owning video games. They just want you to own worthless junk. Like, you shop at Five Below, that's all worthless junk. You buy at Amazon, that's worthless junk. You spend all your money at any store, is all junk. Most people own junk. Nothing of sitting down at the most expensive restaurant. That is a stupid financial decision. I'm not here giving financial decision, but I'm just giving examples how they turned us into a consumer society. So they don't want you to be healthy either. They want you thinking that you have to be eating all the time, they're treating you like an animal, like a beast. Humans were not put on the earth to be constantly eating. Just look around you. People are overweight. They don't look when you're constantly eating. This is what I've learned from my own body and experimenting in myself, and it's common sense. Look at the animal kingdom if you don't believe me. They say, Dan says each cell in the body which is too fast. Animal protein is too many. Animal acid plant is less. Pumpkin is animal acids content and doesn't overstimulate insulin. But yeah, unfortunately, we need to eat meats. Look, if you want to have an optimal health, just eat meats, vegetables, and eggs. It's not complicated. I mean, when the apostle Paul in the book of Acts had the vision, because he didn't want to go into the house of the Gentiles. He had a vision of all sorts of animals, and the Lord told him to eat and don't call anything unclean that the Lord has made. So we don't need to overcomplicate things. It's just people are eating all the time. They turned us into a consumer economy. So they got the people brainwashed like animals, like beasts. People were not put on the earth to be eating all the time. Eating is for survival shit, for energy to be able to go to work. Food isn't for pleasure. Yeah, you enjoy. And something that I learned from not eating a lot, you actually enjoy your food more. Food is a lot more pleasurable if you want to think of it that way. But going back to what I was saying, I lost my train of thought already. Yeah, they don't want us to own nothing and be happy. So, oh yeah, going back to what I was saying. So look at the people. People are overweight. We are the most sick and obese country in the world because they got us brainwashed psychologically. You have to eat all the time. You see how people they confess it with their own tongue. The Bible says the life and death is in the tongue. So people say, I'm starving. I'm starving. Like I said, they had a snack about an hour ago, but then they're starving, right? So what happened is people are they've programmed people to not realize what they're doing. They're constantly eating all the time, and what's going on? Your body, your mind, and your body are in a state of emergency. People don't realize that they're in a state of an emergency, so they're eating all the time because the body thinks that there's a famine coming. So your body's storing all this food that's called insulin resistance. Your body is just storing food for an emergency because it's thinking you're gonna starve like a bear. You know, a bear eats and gets fat, and then they go into their what do you call their cave? You know, they hibernate all winter, and when the bear comes back out, he's skinny, right? But he's strong. So you don't realize it, but you're in a constant state of there's an emergency coming. And it gets to a point that the body gets overwhelmed. The body just gets overwhelmed. That's when you get diabetes. Because suddenly it doesn't know what to do with all the food. Because your food gets converted into sugar. And then that sugar, well, it's not sugar like the one you're thinking of. It's not table sugar. And you know, that's why isn't my phone charging? Hold on, guys. I'm down to 20%. This is not good. That's weird. Oh, that know why? Because oh man, makes sense. I turned off my car. So, like I said, you're in a constant state of. So that's how people get diabetes. Because the body doesn't want to store food anymore. You know, everybody's different. You could go years like this. Some people balloon up to 600 pounds, 700 pounds, and then they get diabetes, or that they get something else and they die. You're just in a constant state of storing food for an emergency. And that's how they get the people addicted to eating all the time. And like I said, they turn you to a consumer based economy that way. You're in a constant state of starvation and you always got to be eating. That's why you see all these restaurants everywhere. I told you, some random guy walked up to me and told me, "You want to? Oh man, you want to buy some banana bread?" I've had people walking up to me to sell me food. It's just ridiculous. Food is everywhere. It's everywhere. And then don't even get me started with sugar. That's another one. So if you guys want the cure for eczema, email me. Okay. Growth and speeds up development, shortens lifespan, and also damages the lining of the arteries, along with fat and cholesterol. No, there's nothing wrong with cholesterol, and there's really nothing wrong with fat. If we want to talk about arteries, you want to get rid of your that's another one. You want to get rid of your arteries, your clogged arteries. I had that problem too. You got to do a super long fast for that. I did what is it, a 23-day water fast. It cleaned up all that garbage out of the arteries. That comes from sugar. Sugar, because they put sugar in everything. Sugar is what's causing clogged arteries. It's not cholesterol. Cholesterol is actually a essential. I know some people are gonna make their stupid smart comments in the comment section, think they know everything when they're just gurgitating and repeating what the mainstream tells them. Look, fasting will cleanse your body, a real deep cleanse. I mean, like, I'm talking about like not just brushing your teeth. I'm talking about like flossing. You ever floss your teeth? You know exactly what I'm talking about. Something I'm talking about real deep clean. But anyways, guys, if you need help with your eczema, I cured my daughter from eczema. The doctor would tell you, you verify with it to say there's no cure, but there is a cure. Oh, another thing, I don't know if anybody's gonna be watching this to the end on replay. I don't know if anybody's gonna watch it anyways, cause YouTube here has been shadow banned and they make sure people don't even find me. There's a guy that's been trolling me and he says he can't find my channel. Look, Mr. Dan, no offense, but you're just repeating what the mainstream tells you. Everybody's an expert in everything. I've experimented with my body, with my kids, with my wife, and with other people. I got people that personally know me. They've been calling me doctor. I'm not even a doctor. I'm just a guy that wants to better my life and help people. That's it. And you gotta throw all that knowledge out the door. That's knowledge from the devil, man. That's fake knowledge. I'm telling you right now. They just, dude, people just make up crap. Look, I took a course years ago. Data entry. That's a job that you don't hear anymore. I have a certificate in data entry, computer. I took courses in computer. I have certificates. I could work in an office if I really wanted to. I don't know if I can anymore. Most likely those jobs have been outsourced or computers do them now. But anyways, the point is, one thing that I learned from the first class I took was garbage in, garbage out. Because there was a part of the course that talked about computers, like CPU. I learned what CPU was, Central Processing Unit, and they said as a data entry clerk or whatever you want to call it, you got to put in your information from the accounts receivable or bill of sale, whatever. I was the one, the guy was gonna have to put the information in the computer. So they said that if you put something in wrong or the customer put something wrong in the receipt, it's called garbage in, garbage out. Cause like garbage information is gonna come out. So that's what they got the people with, this all this garbage information. They hear it in the movies. They hear it from other people. They hear it from the doctor, and people are just repeating stuff. And they're all just theories. I also took in college. I took this other course. It was, I remember it was Geography 101. I know it has nothing to do with what we're talking about. Well, I remember reading in the textbook rain, for example, rain. See, they got to be very careful how they write things in these books because they don't want to get sued or they don't want to get exposed. Why does it rain? They don't really know why it rains. But what they tell people, they tell people water evaporates, the 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 clouds form, then they get too heavy on the rain and it rains. If you read in those textbook, it literally tells you the theory of why it rains. It's all theories by man. Again, going back to my other course, garbage in, garbage out. So people repeat this. They're all theories, but there's nothing to real life. Putting putting things into real life perspective, there's none. Man can't prove certain things, so they say theory. They got to be very careful. I don't know if now I haven't gone to school in years, so I don't know if now they word things different and they're able to get away with it. But I don't know. Sugar does not cause insulin resistance. If anybody wants to know, fat is a cause. No, we need fat. If your body runs on fat, you have more energy. You run something called ketones. It's better for you. That's how you get rid. That's how you lose the weight reality because you're not cutting calories. You're using the energy that's in you. Fat is energy. Fat is food. But anyways, you can believe whatever you want, but I'm going for reality here. I'm not gonna repeat the mainstream because the mainstream tells you a lot of the distractions and lies, and that's how you end up getting in trouble and sick in the first place. Then you're gonna have to go to the doctor. He's gonna put you on those medicines, and you're never gonna get any better. Me, I'm 41 years old. I'm skinny compared to a lot of the people in my age group today. I don't have any diseases. I'm still alive by God's grace. I am dealing with eye vision. I mean, there's a couple people claiming that you could reverse eye degradation. I'm looking into that. That's another thing that I'm gonna start looking into. I'm tired of wearing glasses. Um, but to each his own. If you oh yeah, I remember I was gonna say. I almost forgot. I almost forgot. If anybody's I've done these type of videos before, I doubt it anybody's gonna take me up on it or even run into this video. But if anybody out there is in the Houston, Conroe, you could be in Austin. Well, Austin's too far. I mean, if you're in Austin, San Antonio, Victoria, Texas. What is the other one? Livingston. What is the other one? Beaumont, Texas. all these little cities around me. Freeport. What is the other one called? What is this one called down here? I can't remember the name of it. But the point is, if you're nearby, even Dallas, but you're gonna have to come to me. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna drive. I don't have time. I'm looking for a patient, a person, is a this HIV positive, because I already asked in church. Nobody knows anyone. HIV positive, but has not started any treatment. That's the thing. You have not started no treatment. Because if you already started the treatment they give you, you jacked up already. I prefer someone that hasn't started no treatment. I want to test my medicine on you. I want to test the medicine on you. I am so wanting to test the medicine on you because the medicine that I use is an antiviral, anti-parasitic, and is definitely anti fungus too. Fungus and any I noticed it I was really shocked because for example, ear infection is not a virus, it's a bacterial infection. And I tried it with I had a real bad ear infection. I'm talking about real bad, where it puts you in a bad mood. It could go into a fever situation. I tried it with that because I thought it was only antiviral. I was shocked. It knocked it out. Going back to my daughter with her eczema, the very next day, the blisters with the blood were gone. I was like, wow, my I was really shocked. Today was her last day taking the medicine. I remember when it first came out as pimples on me, I had like a real bad itch. And my wife kept telling me, "Oh, stop scratching yourself." I said, "Hey, man, you know what? I'm gonna take advantage of the situation that I'm in." How many people say that? Nobody gets excited about any sort of infection, right? It's not like you wake up tomorrow with an STD and you get excited about it and happy. You know what I mean? It was really bad. I had these white bumps right here. They look like bumps at first. I started scratching them, and it was almost like my daughter. Then they turned into pimples, and they bursted. I was like, man, it was a real bad itch. So then I took my medicine. Ooh, I almost named it. I don't want to get my video pulled here. But anyways, I knocked it out. And I didn't notice one day they scheduled me in the morning because the machine was down at work. The production was down. So we had to start like at 7 in the morning to route. And the sun hit my skin. And I didn't realize it. I didn't even know. The sun was so bright that day. It was like around 11 in the morning. Did it hit my other side of my skin, my arm right here, the rays of the sun. You ever like seen the sun so bright that you had to put your visor on because you can't see in front of you? It was like that. And I noticed on the arm that was already infected, all these little white bumps, but there was thousands of them. And it was starting to spread to the other arm. It was like thousands of them. The medicine knocked it out. I don't know if you guys remember on the news they were talking about a new variant. This I want to say this was around August, September, October of last year, 2023. And I remember, see, that's how I know it's all a scam. Because pay attention at the grocery store, like around August, early August, they put up the NyQuil medicine right in front of the door. When you walk into any grocery, Walmart, anywhere you walk, it could be a place that's not even, it's just a grocery store. And they already got the NyQuil. It's like they have it all planned out. They're scheming already. Don't think, oh well, it's flu season. They even tell you flu season. How is there a flu season? Like really? Does the flu suddenly say, well, I'm coming out to party? No, it's just they spray stuff in the food, they spray stuff in the air. I'm telling you guys, it's all a scam. And you know what? They don't care to kill people. 700,000 people die a year of the flu alone, which is mostly the elderly and the children. But listen to this, guys. But anyways, last year it hit me hard. No, no, no. Did it hit me hard or not? It was one of those, either it hit me hard or it didn't. But the point is, I've been experimenting with this medicine for a while. It was somewhere. I was taking because what happened is, see, I didn't realize this. You take it by your weight. That's what I initially thought. So I weigh last year I weighed less than now. I was about between 160, 165, right? So I was taking it about 160, 165 the medicine. So I took it, let's say day one, I was feeling better because for me the flu hits me very weird. It's not like some people are coughing, boogers, and oh I'm sick, I can feel it, but I can still hang in at work. I'm the type of person that I was I feel very tired and worn out, and I thought it was my job because I do intense physical labor, right? I work in food service. Look up videos of food service truck driving, you'll see what I do. Like I said, I unload easily between 30 and 40,000 pounds. But anyways, going back to what I was saying, for like a week, the infection wouldn't go away. It was just keeping it under control. And I said, "Whoa, you gotta be kidding me! The medicine's not getting rid of this. Like we got rid of COVID in like 30 minutes. Why come it's not getting rid of this?" So suddenly a little light bulb clicked on in my head. Boom. And I know it came from the Lord. The Lord gives me the knowledge because I'm not a smart person. I'm not bright at all. I only got a high school diploma and 2 years of college, and I didn't want to do that anymore. So what happened was I said, I'm gonna double the dosage. So what I did is I took the equivalent of 165 per pound person times two. So I took it twice in that same shot twice. And I went to sleep. I took a really long nap. I woke up the next day. Boy, was I feeling refreshed. Brand new. Boy, I said, man, I didn't realize you could take more of it. I took double the dosage and knocked it. So depending on the rate of the infection and the severity and the strength of the virus or bacteria, whatever it is, you got to take double. I don't doubt it. I don't know what disease out there yet. You might have to take three of it. And I've noticed there really isn't no side effects at all. Versus when you take medicine from these doctors, always some kind of side effects. Like I was gonna say earlier too, when they had me on the high blood pressure medication, oh, that has the most horrible, horrible side effect. And something that I learned too, for example, when I was getting the high blood pressure, you might have it sometimes, but your body eventually will regulate it and it'll lower it on its own. Your body will lower it on its own if you pay attention. And trust me, I used to have it really bad. I used to have it like at 200 over 110, 115 sometimes I remember. And some days I would wake up and I feel just fine, and then it'll spike up like in the evening, right? What when soon as you put that tablet in your mouth, that's why they tell you, oh, it might take a whole week for it to really lower it. Your body completely forgets how to regulate your blood pressure on its own because your body heals itself. And then you become so dependent on that medicine. The minute you decide to take it no more, like your body fights you because it's not that it's fighting you, it just doesn't know how to do it anymore. So you become an addict, a drug addict. You need it. Your body just becomes lazy. It doesn't know what to do anymore. That's why I'm against these medicines. They're no good, no bueno. I'm telling you guys. And you got people walking around with little, like my aunt. They came to visit me. Oh my goodness. She has like a little luggage. It literally looks like a luggage. Like she's going to the office. You ever seen those movies where the guy puts the luggage, he opens it, it makes the fancy little click, click, and suddenly all the money is there? You ever seen those movies? He's exactly like that. Like my aunt put the luggage on the table, to make a humongous payment. Nah, but instead of, you know, stack of bills of 100 in there, it's just little sections of like Monday, you take all these pills. Tuesday, you take all these pills. It's like, man, I'm telling you, man, they're soon they're gonna have to give you it's a pill for everything. Oh, so you can go to the restroom. It's like crap. Your body doesn't even know how to push out dookie anymore. No, because you need a medicine now that tells your body to push the dookie out. Then you need a medicine for your blood pressure. Then you need a medicine for the supposedly the lower your blood down. Oh, you need your pills for the eczema. It's like crap, man. Another thing that I used to have too was issues with the fungus in my feet. I don't have that issue anymore. All that stuff I used to have to go all the time for a cream. I remember for a cream. And then I used to have that in my groin area too. That's gone. Um, the high blood pressure is gone. The swollen prostate is gone. I've dealt with so many the variants and flu. Oh, my kids. Oh, almost every other every year. Sometimes no. I used to have to go to the emergency room. All the kids vomiting in the emergency room or the doctor. I don't deal with any of that. I just give them the medicine. Soon as any symptoms, soon as I see the runny little nose, coughing, or sometimes the children they don't have no symptoms. They just vomit. Nope. They fight me. Oh, it tastes nasty. No, you're taking the medicine. The next day, like they never even had it. I have not gone back. I have not taken the kids to any doctor's appointment. No moxicillin. That stuff is bad for them, anyways. No vaccines. Nothing. I'm telling you, people, they are lying to us. To each his own. But God bless you guys. But going back to what I was saying, if there is an HIV positive person, I gotta see the paper though. You gotta prove to me that you're HIV positive. You know, I don't want you to say that say you play a prank with me, you lied to me. No, no, you gotta prove you're real. Cause how do I know you're not a government agent too? They just called me and said, "Oh yeah, I'm HIV positive. Give me the medicine." And then they come here and arrest me. No, no, no. I want to help you. I want you to be legit. Be legit, okay? I'm gonna put you on the walking journey treatment, and I want to see if it works on you. Constipation is caused by low fiber, low water, animal products. Look, man, I'm just using the pills as an example. Believe it or not, there's actually they got pills for everything. The doc's not gonna tell you, oh, you're constipated. They're gonna make up some fancy name just to give you medicine. Mr. Dan, Mr. Dan. Low roller scratcher in the house. Okay, we got a low roller scratcher. Who else we got in here? Silver Blade. Got crypto in the house. Crypto's going up. Gold has hit new all-time highs. See, they don't want you to own gold, silver, crypto, real estate. They just want you to buy trash. They want you to be constantly eating all the time. They want you to be shopping on Amazon, buying all their worthless, satanic garbage. Oh, buy the new PlayStation 5 when the graphics look the same as PlayStation 4. And you know, so conveniently, the new PlayStation 5 is not backwards compatible with PlayStation 4. Like how convenient is a disc, right? It's not like but anyways, I think the fungal growth is caused by eating refined sugars. Oh, yeah, yeah, Lord have mercy on us. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna go take a nap. God bless each and one of you. If you guys are interested, anybody has HIV, please hit me up. But preferably somebody who has not started any treatment, please. If you started some kind of treatment or even have AIDS, hit me up. Why not? You got nothing to lose. So, but if you want to sit there and suffer all your life, well, go ahead, be my guest. Like I told the pastor at church, he says he has diabetes. He's always complaining about it when he preaches. I told him, doctor, that's easy to get rid of. Stop eating. Start fasting. That's how you're gonna get rid of it. But people don't believe. Yeah, that guy's a weirdo, low roller scratcher. What can you do? You can't save them all. You can't save them all, guys. You just can't save everyone. Just some people just don't. They don't get it, man. It's just I'm just amazed, guys. Sometimes I'm just totally amazed. I'm just like I'm intrigued. Like like I reach a new level of enlightenment, like they would say. How everything is just a big giant lie. And people choose evil, darkness, and wickedness over the enlightenment. Yeah, I'm just totally amazed. I'm intrigued. And we got to be very careful the choices we make in life. We can't sit there and guide our lives under traditions. That's another thing we got to be very careful. We got to be careful of our cultural backgrounds because most of it is based on human knowledge or some great grandparent. They might have been a total moron, and now they've bestowed on us this generational curse. Let's just say it's because it's a curse that makes us backwards. Oh, well, I'm this. I got to be this. I got to be that. No. You know, the saying goes, I remember a teacher told me years ago when I was back in elementary, it might have been middle school, told me, if everybody jumps off a bridge, are you going to jump off the bridge? And I think that teacher told me that. It has stuck with me all these years. I'm 41 years old. Back then, maybe I was like 12, 13 years old, and it has stuck with me. So you got to be very careful with your cultural background. Your culture could be your own enemy. You know, the saying goes, you are your own enemy. But in reality, all that comes from where you grew up, all that comes from your cultural background. All that could be a hindrance to your growth. All that. You got to be very careful. And people are developing new culture all the time. They don't even realize it. Like, all this, you have to eat constantly all the time. That's a culture. That's become a culture already. Think about what I'm saying. Oh, believe the doctor, believe the police officer, believe the teacher. That's a culture. You're going to tell that to your children because the TV told you that. That's become a culture. Now is having the cell phone in their hand, texting and driving. That's a culture now. We got to be very, very careful. And I've lived in so many parts of the country already, and I can tell there's always a difference somewhere. Cultures are developing all the time, but we got to be very careful, extremely careful, because it goes back to what they taught in that course that I took in school: garbage in, garbage out. So your parents are feeding you information, garbage information. Now you're living by that garbage information, garbage in, garbage out, and then you become a human garbage. God forbid, I don't want to be human garbage. Do you? And you see this in the world. The Bible says that in the days of Noah, the earth was filled with violence, and we're seeing that today. The earth is being filled with violence. Is that garbage in, garbage out situation? All right, got 8 people watching, but it's all good. We just got to be very careful. We got to be very careful, very careful. But going back, like I was saying, like, I've tried sharing some of this information with people, and it's like it's like they don't want to believe because they want to go by the culture. All the breakthroughs that we've had in humanity, the improvements, a little bit of improvements to better our life, that we are benefiting from past people that don't live in this world anymore. Some of them might still be alive. I would imagine. I was thinking about like going back centuries because somebody got out of their traditional and traditions and culture and that garbage in, garbage out from parents and great grandparents from their culture, and they decided to better their life, which it benefits everyone else. And the culture we got today is just garbage and evil, crooked and backwards and degenerate. Think about it. You're gonna tell somebody like my daughter, well, there's no cure for that. That's a culture of death. Money is the root of all evil, like Christ said. So they're following that culture. And I don't want to follow culture. I want to improve and better myself. So I try to share this with a fellow human family. Now, if they don't want to hear me out, what can I do? There's nothing I can do about it. So Hopefully, this information helps someone. Please email me, and I can tell you what to do about the eczema. It's so easy to get rid of, easily, easily. You'll have a you'll break out today, and you'll clear up 85% tomorrow. That's not gonna happen with the human culture, the human treatment, the culture we have today is not gonna happen. Unfortunately, humanity has not had a great enlightenment. It's not gonna happen. What's gonna happen is Christ is gonna return, and that's gonna be the solution to all the problems here. But for the meantime, we gotta be in survival mode. Uh, let's see what's going on here, Mr. Dan. Today, kids need iPad and cell phones as early as a baby. Oh man, I agree. There are many scams, products, and services that are not actually needed that actually make life worse for the consumer. We don't want to be a consumer. Look at me. I'm already producing. I'm producing information. Hopefully, at least one person hears it and helps them. And to me, it's gonna bring satisfaction. Even though I don't know the person, but I'll have my treasures in heaven for doing that. I know people tell me, why you tell people you're fasting? Why you talk about fast? You should keep it to yourself. Yes, the Bible says keep it. If I'm gonna do a fast, then nobody's gonna know about it. I'm not gonna say nothing about it because it's between me and the Lord. But in this situation, I want to help other people. I'm not doing this so people so I could gloat and say, "Oh, look at me, I did this." I don't even think anybody cares, anyways. But I'm trying to help someone. Hopefully, it does help someone because it takes one person to make the world a better place. And I'm not talking about, you're coming out of the restaurant and you decide to hold the door for me. That doesn't count. That's culture, okay? I don't want to go by the culture, okay? No, I'm not into that. Humanism, I'm not into that. We're talking about really making a difference where that becomes, when it goes up into the heavenly realms, God sees that, and to him it's like a good aroma. Look, oh, this guy here is actually helping people. He's going outside the culture. And you're storing treasures in heaven. We're all sinners. We all make mistakes, but it takes a couple of us to make the world a better place. Um, how you doing, Mr. Dan? Yeah, I need to do the same thing. I've had a bad case of cell phone addiction myself. Looking at the phone, I was thinking to myself today. I'm lying to myself. I'm here watching videos on Facebook and YouTube and Rumble, and I'm like, man, this is just like watching TV. I said I don't watch TV. Believe me, I don't watch TV at all. And I'm thinking to myself, man, this is like watching TV, and I don't even realize it. Cause I haven't watched TV in years. I can honestly tell you, I don't watch TV at all in years. You can ask my wife. We only have one television in the house. The kids use it to watch cartoons and play video games. That's it. And if they're not even home, it's completely off anyways. I don't watch TV. TV is a joke. It's just propaganda. I don't watch. It's garbage. So then I went over someone's house and I sat down, and they were being very polite and showing me hospitality. So they turned on the TV. I was in shock what I was watching. It was like a big clown show to me. I go, wow, this is happening because I'm not desensitized. And people are desensitized to things. That's how you become trapped. You get a veil over your eyes because you become trapped. Anyways, guys, I'm tired already. I was like, man, I admire you because you're less consumerist. Yeah, I'm into building assets and wealth. I'm not into like giving my money away for free. Like, why am I gonna shop at Amazon? That guy's a trillionaire already. He doesn't need my money. Oh, but sir, it's cheaper on Amazon. You talk about inflation. Someone told me. No, but I don't even need that stuff. I'm not gonna sit there and waste my money on stupid stuff. I'd rather donate my money than give it to these idiots. So and then you have a bunch of garbage piled up at home that's worthless. Try to do a yard sale and then come and tell me if your stuff is worth anything. I'm into buying gold, silver, cryptocurrency, properties. Currently right now looking into buying me a tractor trailer 18 wheeler so I can work for myself. things like that. I'm not gonna sit there and waste my money on junk food and eating out, expensive clothes for what? Car payments? Man, it's just man, people just need to wake up, man. If we weren't look, I'm gonna tell you something. This is what the Lord is showing me right now. If we were not a consumer-based economy, we were a producing economy where most of you had your own business. Yeah, there's always gonna be people that are gonna work for someone, but I'm talking about if they say we wake up tomorrow and 60% of everybody work for themselves, someone gonna say, well, that's impossible. It was once like that in this country, believe it or not. If most of you had a business, we wouldn't have all these economic hardship in this country. Oh man, what a different country we would be in. Instead of you like have to buy stuff. People think that they have happiness is buying things. Man, most of you, wow, man, what a different economy we would be. Can you imagine almost everybody had their own business? Wow, man. I'm telling you. But now is it socially acceptable to be constantly looking at an electronic screen? Oh, I can't stand that. Oh man, I can't stand it. People texting and driving and get causing so many car accidents, they don't care. And you know what's so funny? I've been observing some of these car accidents. They were on the phone texting, right? And that's what caused the car accident. And the car's flipped over, the other car's all smashed up, the third car's on fire. There's even I saw one where the person's laying on the floor unconscious, and the people, I could tell who's the one that caused it, honestly. He's on the phone calling. Who used to do that? Seriously, back in the days when there was a car accident, who in the world would do that? Get on the phone, walk to a payphone and call the cops. But seriously, the phone got you into that situation, and now you're on the phone. You see everybody just walking in circles on the phone. Come on, man, put the phone down. It's like, jeez. Low roller scratcher, we got to be careful with the topic about the bridge because the bridge incident happened not even 2 hours later. The media coming out with their propaganda at full blast. It's all coordinated. It was all planned. They even made a Simpsons episode about it a couple years before it even happened. And then the media, not even 2 hours later, was with the propaganda machine talking about it. Everything they're saying is a conspiracy when nobody was even saying anything yet. It's like, godly, man. In elementary school, there was a challenge called TV Turnoff. We earned prizes for not watching TV while at home. Parents would validate each day of TV abstinent. Everybody's on the phone. I'm just utterly amazed. You're at a example. You're sitting there waiting for them to stall your tires. Everybody's on their phone. You're at the grocery store. I don't know how some people do it. They're on the phone and they're still grabbing the things they need. Everywhere you go, it's just oh man, I don't know. YouTube is a new cable TV now. Yep. Anyways, God bless you guys. Comment, rate, subscribe. Check me out on Rumble. Hit the like buttons. Please share this information. It might help you. God bless you guys. Jesus loves you. Can't mention the medicine here because it's prohibited on this communist new socialist network. Screw your pronouns. Have a good one. How the heck do I end this? Okay, bye bye, guys.